Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. What is the plan for today? Well, we were mainly just going to carry on with the event. So in the last stream, we were doing the new, the event. So this event here, not this one. This is a new event that has shown up that we will actually probably have a go at if we have time. But we were doing this event because we've done all these other things. This is the Spiral Abyss. Okay, I haven't done that, but we don't need to do that one. This is the boss that we tried. This is so satisfying, seeing my exploration progress is at 100% with 26 days to go. Love it. We did a Scoffier's quest. This one doesn't have a time limit, so we're ignoring that one. Though the map really wants me to do this quest. I don't think we're ready for it though, because we haven't finished Fontaine. And then TCG, we ignore that. We've done this. This is what we're up to. So we started, well, no. So this quest started by, we went to Fontaine and we bumped into Kinich, who was there because he'd been a witness at a smuggling trial. I believe someone was smuggling things from Natlan to Fontaine, and he was a key witness. And then while we were there, we said, "Oh, hello, Kinich. What are you up to?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I want to go to this amusement park, fun fair thing, Fantasyland, I think it's called." And we said, "Oh, we'll come with you." So we went with him, and then we found out it was run by Lapine Pauline, who I presume we know from somewhere, but I forgot who she is. And so the mini game aspect of this event is kind of like that potions event we did ages ago with Lisa in Bondstadt. But you're running an amusement park, and so you're upgrading things and blah 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 blah, trying to use your resources correctly, etc, etc, etc. And then there's also a couple of quests. Well, there's the main quest, which is when we were there with Lapine Pauline, she said she found this mysterious artifact. Well, no, she found a mysterious gun, and we found this gun, and then well, she showed us a picture, and then Kinich recognized it. He thinks it looks like a Natlan artifact, so we went to go and report it to Neuvillette. So we went over there and we bumped into Neuvillette and Ridesley. And while we were there, we also bumped into Ororon and Aoife, who had been, Kaku? I forgot the bird's name. Something like Cuckoo. Had gone on a bit of a, I was going to say a rampage, but basically flew away. And that's how we ended up talking to Ridesley, Neuvillette, and Kikuku. I need to figure out what the name is, but yeah. So that's what we got up to, and then we said, okay, well, we have to leave the bird here because the Saurian needs to sign a non-disclosure agreement. We'll come back in a few days, and then we didn't go back in a few days. So now we're gonna go back in a few days because a few days have passed, and we're gonna go and see what's going on with, I guess, all of these guys. Because these guys over here are doing their own little side quests. These are the people running the amusement park. These are the guys with the quest. I'm sure there will be some crossover at some point. But yeah, Scofia's running the food, Navia's running the whole place. I have no idea what Farina's doing, but her little mascot is, well, the mascot is one of her little seahorse. And also with this, there's a couple of nice things we get to do, like we talked to Veressa, and we talked to Siegeween, and it's like Lynette and Dea are waiting to talk to us, and there's gonna be another person here, but we haven't met them yet. So that's gonna be fun. And then if we manage to finish all of that, which we may or may not, because it's quite intense, this amusement park stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do. And we barely made it halfway through. So this might take a while. But if we finish it all, then we'll have a go at whatever this is. I don't know. I think it's one of those mini games. Well, it's obviously a mini game, but it seems to be a stage is set kind of combat, but I don't think it's combat. I think it's one of those ones we have to put mobilized troops type event, where you put the correct characters in the right places and see what happens kind of event is what I think it will be. So anyway, let's go back to the Court of Fontaine and see what's going on with all of our buddies. And then let's see, La Chaos Reign, yes. Accurate Angel. It was a biblically accurate Log Momo. That was it. I don't like this. I'm so confused. How do you come up with such insane ideas? And they're so weirdly specific, which actually makes it really easy to draw because I have very explicit instructions. But what? I'm so confused. Oh gosh, Pauline is the beggiest beggar in all of Begdom. Yeah, she does keep spending all of her life savings, and then we have to bail her out because she made some questionable life choices. That has happened at least twice. I'm pretty sure that was a meme somewhere. And okay, Mr. Parr, I was gonna say I look forward to seeing your doodle on the Discord, but I also kind of don't want to know what that looks like. But for clarity's sake, I do look forward to seeing it. We need a terrible phone doodle. We do. We need the questionable. What was it? My questionable notes app. Notes app doodles. Okay. Anyway, let's go over here. Let's see. We found Kinich and Kakuku and Ridesley. Is it Ridesley? Rothsley? I forgot. And Nuvalette. I guess Ororon and Aoife weren't invited in. But I mean, I don't know why they didn't come in last time. So I guess they don't get to be here. Anyway, hey everyone, we're here. Oh, hey my little dudes, good morning. Morning, little dude. Oh wow, Kakuku's learned new greeting. Is that good news or bad news though? Sorry, I did everything within my power, but so far I've only managed to teach him to say good morning. Wait, that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here. I think that means no. Huh? Okay, so good morning aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too. Of course, that's why I'm here. The Cuckoo's not the only one that Mr. Ridesley been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts. It was nothing, those guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack. So, what's the deal? After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box, plus the description matches the one the one the gun was found. Matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveller. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers are very cautious though, they didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine. Ah. Okay. Ooh! Oh, you can't see it, but there's an Ajor in the corner, like underneath Kaiko. I guess he's like the loading screen? I could probably show you if I turned off Kaiko briefly. There, you can kind of see him in the corner. Okay, goes back now. Boss, do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it? And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see. That's right, so stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods. Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face, calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly a typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I better sneak up and get a closer look. Oh, okay. This is us reliving the past. Okay. Not very good at sneaking, though. Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing, plus no one's been asking us what we're up to. That goes without saying. A big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all those months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke. Seriously, there's hardly anything here. Would it really have to take the months to prepare, and why would they need to transport it with such care? Illegally smuggling precious items out of Natlan, I need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Okay, we need to create diversion. Oh, have I got beans? What are these things? They look to be explosive. Oh wait, do I have to blow something up? I don't really want to blow up the cargo, do I? I want to investigate the cargo. Oh! Uh-oh. Okay, this is not very easy. How do I... Do I have to blow up the ship? Where am I meant to be aiming these beams? Do I need to hit the guy? Do I need to hit the cargo? What is this? I'm not very good at this. Where am I meant to be hitting these? Do I need to hit the tower? Okay, sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. I have no idea how that worked. Hey, why the long face? You're brought on business and you've got to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you. I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing or that something's going to go wrong along the way. Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontanians can't get enough of their legally, so I've heard they can look what they want. Ah, so the aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontanian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way. Well, I guess they're headed exactly where they should be. Good job, Kinich. Thanks. Based on your recollections just now. I was fully focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by. That's only natural, don't worry about it. Yeah, Kinich, you did great. In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own. Oh dear, oh dear. Sounds like Mr. Kaikuku wants to chime in. He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying. It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself. Ooh, okay. How about the suspicious aspects of this gun? Came from ancient Natlanese dragon ruins. The lost object that was picked up. The box was buried amidst junk. Okay, it came from ancient Natlanese dragon ruins. This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon civilization. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. This is a relic left... Oh, okay. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet still it remains unreported and unclaimed. It doesn't seem like an accident. No, it's as if someone left it there on purpose. Ooh, bait? Why would someone just leave such a valuable antique out in the middle of nowhere? Was the plan for someone to come pick it up? I think that's gotta be it. It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous? Has something sprung to mind? I just remembered a film I watched this one time. Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro. Hold on, let me explain. Just now, Kaiko speculated this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up. It doesn't really happen in films, there have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films. Sounds plausible. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so... Does that mean they executed the hostage? Paimon, stay calm. We haven't heard of any missing people. I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid, unless they're after something very specific, and they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction? Okay, about the seller? The gun was placed in a lockbox and hidden away. Clearly the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. About the buyer? After receiving the instructions, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. About the goods. Before the buyer could show up, Lapine Pauline found the goods by chance while setting up the event venue. About the incomplete transaction. Due to the unexpected arrival of Film Fantasyland, the deal had to be called off. Okay. So bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work. Exactly, and it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosala have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard. Great job, Lapine Pauline. That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it? Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves. How so? Easy, just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it, even if they send a proxy, that we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us, post-haste. Ah, that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation. Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime? Is that really a major concern here? Well, looks like it won't be needed around here, at least until the notice has been posted. You can always wait here if you like. The Palais Memorania serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you. Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back and feed it. Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kinich. Speaking of pets... Get out of here! Get out of here! Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed. I believe that what Risley is trying to say is you are free to leave, Mr. Kakuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kakuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases. You're the best, bro. Oh, that really is good news, Kaiko. Shall we bring Kakuku back to Aoife and Ororon? I shall leave him in your capable hands. No problem. Let's keep in touch. Indeed. Ah, you know, all this has made me realise that I'd quite like to have a pet. If that proves inconvenient within the Fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the Court of Fontaine. That just sounds like a good idea. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in a city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment, but now... This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke. Huh? Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the Court of Fontaine. Really? How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish while I write out the lost and found notice. Oh, okay. Well, good luck on your property hunt. Okay. Okay, let me... Okay, nothing there. Let us leave. Let's see. Wait, you had an angel. You thought Doctor Who angel? You mean Dr. Wen? Not me fully standing there throwing things in full view and then not seeing anything. Exactly! I made it as obvious as possible. And yet. Also check my phone. Is this to see the doodle? Let me check the doodle. Is it really cursed? Oh no! It's the pronunciation! Okay, I'm gonna listen to this pronunciation. It's a bit late because I didn't check my phone, but let me listen to this. I may listen again. Give me one more minute. There's multiple interpretations apparently. Okay, seems like it's an unknown one. There's a couple of them. It seems like Ridsley, Riotsley? I think was the first option. So I'm gonna go with Riotsley. It sounds fancier. You know, if I was part of the exploding beans, I'd just stand there too. I mean, fair. That would that is a plausible outcome. Like, that's probably the best solution, just to stand there and hope the beans go away. Oh, okay. Well, let's see about these guys. Oh, they left Ajor with them. Ajor, what now? Let's shake hands. Fine by me, get ready for a knuckle sandwich. Whoa, nice dodge. How I feel strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Do you miss me, bro? Ah, Kakuku, you're free. Ah, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest. Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kinich, it's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kakuku back. Get it away from me. Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face, I dare you. If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find somewhere to eat while Ajor lives his best life. Sounds good to me. Poor Ajor, he spent all day being tormented by Ororon, only to discover that the suffering's just begun. Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer? Huh? How am I the bad guy? Do you even hear yourself? Does anyone want to hear how Kakuku got out of jail? Amidst the racket, you briefly explain what happened with Kakuku to Aoife and Ororon. Hearing that Kakuku now has permission to move around freely, Ajor's face goes even redder than before. Don't lose hope, Ajor. By the same standards, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game. Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing. That's right, you won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Memorania will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement. Ha 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 ha! Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line too. Also, there's no such restaurant. Anyway, thanks for looking after Ajor, guys. I'll take over from here. Why, you... One Kakuku delivered as promised. Looks like we've managed to swap Saurians too. Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Getting picky now, huh? Well, Paimon wins my cuteness competition. Well, Paimon wins my cuteness competition. Oh, really? Thanks. Wait, who are the other contestants, though? So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors? No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again. Nope, this time we'll only watch a film if I lose instead. Had enough too, huh? For real now? Come on, bro. Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands? Are we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands. Ha 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 ha. Don't know why you're laughing, you're stuck with paper every time. These guys. Guys, you don't need to watch another film. You already did that. You can leave. You can leave. Oh dear. Oh, is that the end? Okay, well let's see if we can find... Well, Kinich is supposed to be somewhere. Surely. Because he said we should go get a snack. Where is he? He's definitely somewhere. Is he back at the venue? If I pretend I can see him, maybe I'll stop throwing beans. That guy probably. Yes. Yes. Definitely. It's so funny that Ajor was actually a Dragon Lord, but no one takes him seriously. That's true. Nobody takes him seriously at all. We have put zero effort into taking this guy seriously. Okay, I do actually think that I haven't talked to this guy before, so let's talk to Petit Lumiere. Wonderful attractions and a wide variety of cinematic themes. It's just like an anthology film. Taking this temp job was absolutely worth it. Only here on a temporary basis. Indeed, as a film director, it's vital to find inspiration in life. Before this... Oh no! I worked for a while in a shop and even as a blacksmith. I may not be able to adjust to certain types of physical labor, but anything to do with the mind is very much in my wheelhouse. If you need someone to help you come up with ideas, I'm your man. Okay. And what else have you got to say? Have you found something? I did not read it properly. Have you found much inspiration here? Indeed I have. Much to my surprise and delight, I've been inspired to try out some new shooting techniques. In my previous work, I tended to employ restrained static shots to drive the narrative. Doing so strikes a good balance between the atmosphere and the information conveyed. However, after observing the attractions and considering the broader flow of your guest movements, I've come up with some new ideas on how to frame my shots. I'm going to try them out in my next film. I'm hoping they lead to some interesting new effects. I'll leave you to observations. It's not just about observing, you also need to consider the reasons behind all the fine details. Okay. And I believe... Oh no, we've talked to her already, and I think we've talked to this guy before. So is Kinich not here? Another crab! I thought he would be here. Let's see if I can find him. He's gonna be somewhere. Maybe I should look this up. Because he's definitely here somewhere. He's gotta be here somewhere. I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna Google it. You ate jacket potato on your own for the first time today. Ooh. Well, congratulations. Was it a good jacket potato? Did you do a good job? This is the important question, really, isn't it? How would you rate your jacket potato? It was a good jacket potato. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna look and see if I can find it. So they're in there. Oh! We missed Kinich. He should have been over here, apparently. Oh no, maybe that's not... Oh no, that's after part 3, I think. Okay, well, let's go back to the Fantasyland. Let's do a little bit of the Fantasyland, and then we can do part 3 of the quest. Wait, are we... Which part of the quest are we in? Oh. Wait, have we not finished this quest? I'm so confused. I googled the character locations and it's telling me things and I don't think that's true yet. So I don't... Maybe we haven't finished part 2 yet. No, we're still in part 2. Okay. Okay, well, we're waiting for the next day. So while we wait for the next day, we can do one more cycle or so. I think we can do that. What was the plan for this thing? Let's see. So, did I... Okay, so Lynette wants me to upgrade this to level 8. Okay. Siegeween wants that. And that's what she wants. And then, what about the restaurant? Have I picked a dish yet? Okay. Okay. I feel like I wanted to upgrade. Oh, I wanted to hire her. That's okay. We can do that. But in the meantime, let me pick the one that does upgrades. And then let's spend 60% less upgrading this one. Because that's the one that Lynette wants. Okay. Okay, and then can we upgrade all of them actually? Ooh. Oh, now we're out of money. Oh no, just about got enough money. Okay, that's fine. And then can we hire? Oh, we can hire new staff. Ooh, but we've also got 8. How much does this cost? This costs 6. This costs 8. Let's do the Siege Queen one. I like Siege Queen. Let's see. 8.5 out of 10. That's a really good rating for your jacket potato. That sounds good. Okay. Well, that's a pretty solid score. Anyway, I was supposed to be. Oh, we need to get Siege Queen from over here because we were collecting her from the station, and then she got sent back to the palace. Not the palace, the fortress, because there was a problem. Oh no, she's in the fantasy land. Well, I was already there. Why did it take me out of there? But she got called away because somebody was sick. So it looks like she might be here somewhere now. There she is. Hello, Siege Queen. Hello. You've problem solved at last. Sorry about that, Kaiko and Paimon. The patient's condition was a bit tricky, so it took a while to deal with. You must be exhausted. Here, have a drink. We made you some fruit tea. And here's a special snack too. Hope it gets your strength back up. Oh wow, thank you. To be honest though, things like this don't really tire me out. It's more that I just can't wrap my head around it. At the start of every children's film, they clearly state all events and products in this film are purely fictional. Please do not try and imitate them, and yet fully grown adults end up doing just that. Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching, or is it some rebellious mentality? Oh, whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing. Not much we can do if they don't read the warnings at all, but deliberately ignoring them, that's another thing altogether. Maybe this is starting to get a bit too deep. If I get a chance, I'll speak to His Grace and Monsieur Neuvillette to see if we can think of a way to prevent such issues. But now, let's focus on Mellow Manor instead. I might be late, but I'm here now. Did she, leave her snack uneaten? Siege Queen, you were supposed to drink some tea. Well, this Siege Queen can drink some tea. But also not, because there's no tea. Okay, wait, is she standing over here? No, she's just... That's just it. Oh no, she is! Oh, Siege Queen, does she stay here from now on? Oh, I hope so. Come on, little cutie, it's time for some yummy in those tummies. You're such sweethearts, aren't you? Happy, healthy, and getting on like the best of friends. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. We love Siege Queen, and I think she gets to stay there now for the rest of the time. I hope so. I hope so. Okay, well that's good. I believe we can now skip to the next cycle. Oh, our wages are high. That's fine. That's fine. I should really fire some people. But I always feel bad firing them. But I should. If you can complete one friendly encounter, you will not consume any action points to unlock the next friendly encounter. Oh. 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 We can do that. As long as I upgrade this first. Oh, we have no money left. That is a bit of a problem. That's fine. That's fine. We just need to... Okay. So now we can do our theme restaurant. And then now, I believe, if we talk to Lynette... Ooh. Okay. And then we should be able to talk to Lynette and then use only 6 counterpoints, 4 encounter points, and then we should be able to talk to Barassa for free. Okay, so where's Lynette? She should be somewhere over here. Oh, actually, do we have any new people to talk to? Have we talked to her before? Yes, I believe we have. That guy, and then we haven't talked. Oh, Miss Garden Etiquette. We should talk to Miss Garden Etiquette. Yuki named Gardamek appears to nod his head, signaling that everything is fine. You're not entirely sure exactly why, but you're filled with a sense of relief. The uniquely named Gardamek signals to you with a series of flashing components. You're unable to decipher its message. If you get the chance, you should ask the Maison Gardinage to teach you how to communicate with the Gardameks. Sorry to bother you. The uniquely named Gardamek is no longer looking at you. Its focus has returned to its work. Who knows what problems it might encounter. Ooh, okay. Well, hello, Lynette. Detecting the arrival of you two, my two most esteemed friends, activating chat mode. Hello, Kaiko and Paimon. Hello, Lynette. Were you invited as a special guest too? Yes, a director we knew invited us to come here and unwind. Just as well, it's an opportunity to recharge. Ah, sweet, the Paimon hasn't seen Linny anywhere. Well, that's his own fault. We've been working with this director a lot lately, so my brother took it upon himself to familiarise himself with their style and ended up watching all of their films. All of them? That's some serious dedication right there. The issue is the director is famous for psychological horror films. Then he got so into the plot twist that he didn't sleep properly for 3 days straight and ended up completely messing up his sleep cycle. Paimon had no idea Linny was so into horror films. He tends to get very absorbed in his magic shows, so he probably finds it easy to relate to the characters. The way the director uses psychological suggestion is quite similar to how we use it in our shows, after all. My brother's still over at the actor's residence. If I had to guess, he's either catching up with sleep or analysing those films. So that's why I'm out here recharging by myself. Well, that's a side of Linny we've never seen before. I'm curious about these plot twists myself, which scenes it's Linny focusing on in particular. Don't even think about bringing Paimon into this. Me neither. I don't like jump scares or stories that give you the chills afterwards. Shouldn't films be relaxing, something with beautiful visuals, or at least a simple plot that doesn't require too much thinking? Sounds like electric escapades would be more to your liking then. Want to give it a try? Thank you, I've actually done so already. I really liked it. But maybe watching others would be even more entertaining. I get you. That prices look on people's faces as they plummet. Is that really that entertaining? Still, if you're interested in the attraction, why not become a consultant? That way you get to see more of the visitors' reactions too. That doesn't sound like a bad idea, and as it happens, I do have a few days off before filming starts. But first I need to help Linny pull himself together. I noticed an attraction nearby called Mellow Manor. That looks really relaxing. Sounds like just what my brother needs to take his mind off those horror films. Plus, some magic tricks require animal assistance, so it'll be a chance for me to learn more about their habits. Seeing as we're the hosts, why don't we go invite Linny in person later on? Great idea. If we can get Linny on board, the Cheval Marine Film Fantasyland will be even more popular than it already is. Okay. And that means we should now be able to talk to Varessa for free. Very good. Okay, so she should be setting up a stand over here, and it will give us more revenue, which is important because apparently I'm running low on funds. But that's fine. Where is Varessa? She should be somewhere over here. I remember she had a whole box of stuff. Where is she? Oh, here she is. Hello, Varessa. Alright, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall. Don't forget to grab some water and snacks to keep your energy up. That's right, last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for hours. Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with the bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well fed, hydrated, and healthy. Wow, so you know someone like that too, huh? I wonder who that is. They need to fix the habit, that's for sure. No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception. Varessa steps into the movie masterpiece play zone and dives right in. Woohoo! That was incredible. How was it? Did you get through all the levels? It was amazing! Not only did I get super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original film and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, please let me know as early as possible. I want in. Here's a deal, superhero specialissimo. We'll let you know for sure. Yep, you know what? We should let you design the levels. I'm sure all the fans will be thrilled. That would be great. Anyways, back to business. Time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm going to make a name for my orchard in Fontaine. Ah, here she is. Hello. Seeing how happy everyone is here, I can't help smiling myself. Would you like some fruit? Feel free to take some. I will take some. Okay. Okay. We can probably... Ooh. Ooh. Basima the Fifth! That sounds familiar. We also, like, don't have enough money for this. I was hoping you have to go. Ah, fair enough. Have a good afternoon/evening, and have a good rest of the week. Yes, because today is Wednesday. So yeah, hopefully I will see you on Sunday. Okay, so I talk to these two, and I talk to these two. And then I talk to these two, and I talk to these two. And then, yep, I talk to those guys, but we need to hire Ajanad. Nope, don't want to refresh. Want to hire her. Wait, how many do we need to upgrade this? 13. Oh, perfect! We can do that. Hire you. Recruit. Okay. Yes. And then what do these people want? So, Basima the Fifth. Hello, Fantasylands. I'm Ross. I'm Basima the Fifth, author of a number of academic papers on animals. As you can see, I'm a big fan. And I've heard your Mellow Manor just so happens to have lots of animals, including huge finches and squirrels raised on special feed, and well-trained fungi and elemental life forms. I've seen the tamer in charge of feeding and training your animal friends, and I'm sure she and I have a lot in common. We're both interested in studying how humans, animals, and friendly elemental life forms can coexist harmoniously. To this end, the Mellow Manor provides a perfect case study, so if you hire me to help, I promise I'll make it worth your while. And Nuster says, well met, I've come a long way from the Flower Feather clan. My specialties, let's see, racing, drinking, hunting monsters, beating up thieves, giving wild animals, and troublemaking kids what for. I'm pretty sure at least the last one is relevant to working in an amusement park, right? Any young punks stop fooling around, I can get him to stop. With the peace kept, everyone will be in higher spirits, and the park will make more money. That's like hitting two cuckoos with one berry. Commission rates, I'm a flexible guy. Just cover my travel fees, and especially my boat fare back to Natlan, and that's all I need. Ooh. Okay, well, we've now got Ajnad, so we're gonna go like this. And Seedwing's our consultant. As I get feedback from our consultants, our staff service levels have greatly improved. Oh no, we need her. And then, nope, we need her as well. And we can level her up. Do I have enough money to do this? Oh no, I don't. I don't have enough money for this. That's fine. Okay, I'm out of money. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Yep. That's fine. Oh, but we can expand this as well, which is perfect. Just enough staff to expand that, and that is perfect. Kind of a free expansion. Well, I say free. It's very much not free, but it works out well. So let's expand this. Oh, I didn't read the description. Okay, themed circuit-based in sports film The Rush and the Raging. The journey never ends, no matter how treacherous the terrain or how steep the cliffs. Put one foot in front of the other and run with everything you have for passion for family and for breaking of human limits. Okay. There was one of these. I don't know if we ever figured out what one of these were. But we figured out what most of these references are, but there was one I think that we didn't know. I don't know what it is. Wait, oh no, I fell. What did it say? It said something. Oh, E. What does E do? Oh. Wait, what? No! Okay. Oh, it like zooms you through. Okay. Okay. What's going here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Because we're faster, we're few. I get it. Well, okay. I don't get it, but I do get it. Okay. How do we... I'm stuck. Now what? The lost and found notice is up. Oh, this is... We should go and hang around the Palais Morania to see if anyone shows up to claim it. Okay, apparently I've just kind of failed. And now I'm just swimming. I'm just swimming. This feels inefficient. But that was Paimon telling me that the main quest is ready for me to continue with that. But unfortunately, I am kind of stuck. No, I feel like we have to start this again. I need to start this again. We need to start that again because I fell in the water, and once you've fallen in the water, I don't think you can get back out. So we need to start again. Let me see if I can read the instructions better this time. Okay. It had a warning, but I didn't see what it said. Okay. Maybe you're supposed to, like, be more careful. Because you don't want to use up too many of these, because then you have, like, no way of... Take off from the Wave Rider and use the Wind Current. What Wave Rider? What Wave Rider is it on about? I'm very confused. But it's kind of working now? Okay. I'm now too high, but... Okay, I missed like all of those coins. That's fine. This is fine. Okay, I hit the limit. Well, the minimum. I hit the minimum, which is really not that high. Like, I barely passed the minimum. That's okay. That's okay. I think our service quality went up, so that's good. Probably. Probably. Let's see. We should have a couple more friendly encounters though. So Dea as an additional dish option from cooking themed dishes. Exceeds the limit will generate additional income. Receive bonus revenue each cycle. Ooh. And then this will increase the maximum staff limit and improve staff service. And this one's got to improve staff service at the final place. I wonder if that's Linny. Linny will finally show up. I bet that's what that is. Okay, well, let's claim this. Okay, and let's next cycle this. Okay, and then I believe we need to go to the palace to see what's going on. Oh, we have new people. Okay, what does Roxanne want? Going to the Maison Gardiennage metrics, my comprehensive competency score is 13. That means I could ace civilian jobs requiring just 3 in my sleep. That is to say, please hire me before I wither away from boredom during this forced vacation. If your amusement park project happens to need some tactical entertainment systems, such as surprise water cannons, confetti mortars, or even bullet hell mechanisms, I'm your expert on the subject. And this is greetings and hello, managers of the Cheval Marine Film Fantasyland. I'm Nelly's an experimental film director. You might remember one of my works from late last year. You know, the combat film with groundbreaking visual effects? It's okay if you don't, no worries. In any case, I specialise in orchestrating immersive scenarios for actors. Well, guests, by strategically deploying devices and props to ignite the atmosphere to its peak intensity. As such, I dare say my talents align perfectly with your movie masterpiece's attraction. You'll be in safe hands with me. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like I upgraded that one, and now these guys are not gonna cut it. And no one wants to work there, so that's not good. But that's fine. Let me see. What have we got? Okay. I don't know why I'm clicking these now, because we're about to leave this and come back. But that's okay. Oh, they have stories. In a corner of the Shavar Marine Film Fantasyland, you meet a certain orchard owner from Natlan. While taking charge of a fruit stand, Versa needs to complete a task entrusted to her by her coach, so you agree to head over to the Court of Fontaine together. After making all the necessary preparations and enjoying her favourite attraction to the fullest, Versa's finally ready to roll up her sleeves and get to work. Okay, Siege Wayne said, among the Film Fantasyland's many visitors, who'd have thought you'd run into the head nurse of the Fort of the Meripede. And on top of that, you discover she's developed a rather peculiar connection with films lately. Having put in heaps of careful preparation, Siege Wayne is all set to begin her work as a consultant. Let's hope she can enjoy this period of leisure time. After resolving an unforeseen emergency, Seedream can finally relax and enjoy hanging out with all the cute animals over at the Shavar Marine Film Fantasyland. And then Lynette says, renowned yet low-key magician's assistant has made an appearance by the waters of the Shavar Marine Film Fantasyland. What exciting news or novel opportunities lie in wait for you in Paimon there? And intending to extricate Linny from his deep dive into horror tropes, you set off with Lynette to the actor's residence. And Dea says, a forceful greeting takes you and Paimon by surprise. An old friend and a mercenary troupe arrive as honoured guests at the Shavar Marine Fantasyland. Ooh. Okay. Wait, what were the other bonuses? So Lynette is going to increase the maximum staff level limits and greatly improve staff service levels. And Dea is going to add additional dish option. Service value exceeds the limit will generate additional income and receive bonus revenue. Okay. That's all very good. All very good. We should leave before we get too sucked into playing the mini games. We're supposed to be going to the palace because we have just set up a lost and found notice for the dodgy weapon we found, and so we need to check this lost and found notice to see if anyone comes to claim it. Because if they do, then we have an idea of who the smuggler might be. So I believe we've got to go to Nouvelette's office. I think Siegewin is probably the best person to go to Nouvelette's office. Hello, it's Siegewin. Huh? So there was quite a few others with the same idea. Hello, you two. Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up, right? Special Patrol, open up. What? Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol? I don't think that's who this is. Someone knocking at the door. Please, anything but the Special Patrol. Please, anything but the Special Patrol. Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes. Let's go check it out. A girl from the Palais Memorania carefully opens the door and a familiar figure walks in. Good day, all gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles. Ororon, what are you doing? Does he consider Kinich an uncle? What in the Tavat are you doing here, Ororon? Oh, he must be the one you mentioned, Kakuku's owner? No. One of his owners, kind of. But bro, what are you doing here? I'm here to claim a lost item. Can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious. Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich? Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as gramps and grannies, and unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy. That's so true. I can't believe they actually pointed that out, because he just kind of does things like this. I don't think anyone's ever, like, questioned why he calls them gramps and grannies. And that is true. This is not a middle-aged man. I apologize for my grandson busting in like this. Huh? Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films. Him and Aoife watched the films, didn't they? Hey, that's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things. Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again. No need. Let's just get down to business. So Ororon, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose? Yeah, so basically, Ororon carefully describes the lost item he's come to claim. From the start of the box to the gun itself, everything matches. For real now? Come on, bro. Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to? Ororon, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this? No, it belongs to a friend. Aoife or not Aoife? So it belongs to Aoife? Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. Ororon, tell us the truth, otherwise we're gonna have to arrest you for real. Alright then. Ugh, I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, and as he usually does. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does, so he figured we'd head out and visit some of the Court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais of Arania. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old co-workers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf. We didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long. It's fine, I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway. So, former employee of the Palais of Arania, was this individual a Fontainian native? Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite. Could it have been a disguise? Oh no, Ororon, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guy. Maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped. No way, I'm not that dumb. Huh? He's not going anywhere. Even Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza. Keeping an eye on him? I like the sound of that. Nicely done, bro! In that case, let's hurry over there. Let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here. Wait a minute, I have a question first. Kaiko, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Outland, right? They're basically household names, but why do you ask? Well, it's not just us. Kinich, Ororon, and Aoife too. Ah. Would that be a problem? Remember when I said the seller might be watching in secret? If so, then picking Ororon to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part. It suggests the person who got Ororon to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest the famous faces among us, meaning Kaiko and Kinich. Oh, and of course, Monsieur Rivalette too, stay here for the time being. Is... Riotsly? We literally just did this. Riotsly, I think is how we said it. Give me one moment. Let me re-listen to the first version of this thing. One moment, please. Okay, Riotsly is close enough, I think. Anyway, is he not famous too? Anyway, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Ororon, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention. Being Loki has its advantages. I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you. So I have to go undercover again, right? Well, not exactly undercover, just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead. Roger that, over and out. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.